You're listening to Keith Woodhouse on What Radio, and we've just had an amazing turnaround. The last band has just gone and the next band is in. It's amazing what we can do in the space of one record there. My guests now are the Two Deceivers, which is a very clever play on the word the True Deceivers, because there's only two of them. So I would like to say to half of the True Deceivers, hello.
Good evening, Keith.
Well, look, now you've let everybody know we're doing it in the evening. This is for the internet, you see, and it could be going out at any time. So don't say we've got a gig next week, the 24th of April, in the Boiler Room, or anything like that, right? Because this probably won't go on the web till about November. So I can't say this is a new single, because it may not be by the time it is. But we've got Graham and we've got Nick from the True Deceivers, and they are in fact the Two Deceivers, because as per usual the drummer couldn't be bothered to turn up, and the bass guitarist lives about 200 miles away, so he definitely wasn't going to turn up for this. Anyway, let's play a song while we're debating as to how far away they are. This is a band called This Morning Call. You see, isn't that a great name for a TV programme, isn't it? This Morning Call, and a track called Tides.
Lost to battles in space, and in the warmth of the sun, don't you know it's over? Gravitational pull coming out of the depths, yeah, let your tides wash over. See less chances, can't you see? Less chances gone, your tides are out, your ship's so lost, you're finding out the hard way. Yeah, you're finding out the hard way. To soften sands where we lay. Our last gasp, and out of reach of your hands, full stretch onto the sands. And it's too late, why don't we forget to say goodbye? Out the hard way, yeah, you're finding out the hard way, yeah, you're finding out the hard way, yeah, you're finding out the hard way.
That's this morning call and a track called Tides, and I don't know anything about that band, but I quite enjoyed that. It was a rather quirky little track. Did you enjoy that, Graham?
It's very nice.
You weren't listening, were you?
I heard some of it.
You weren't listening. I could see you were sitting there talking, because I know you were talking, because you were talking to me. You were talking to me, but I enjoyed it. I'd listened to it before. Listened to it before. You see, isn't it silly, right? Putting someone on the radio who's got a speech impediment. I've listened. Is it? It's all right. Oh look, I've just got this out to learn about the next band. I should have done that during the record, shouldn't I? Instead of talking about my mum down the shopping centre. When I last saw Nick.
We have some great conversations, though.
We do, and you said to me, we're playing at the Boiler Room, but you didn't invite me to come and DJ for you, did you? No, that was Graham.
Well, that's because I organised everything.
Oh, do you? Hey?
You've probably forgotten we were playing at the Boiler Room.
No, he didn't. He told me because I knew who'd dropped out as well. No, I didn't know they'd dropped out. You told me they'd dropped out.
I did, but you knew who was playing.
I knew who was playing. Yes, yeah. You see, I'd done my research in case I bump into people down at the shopping centre, and I'm not going to say their name right because they're taking over the world, and I'm not going to give them free publicity. Who do they think I am? Jane Horrocks? She probably gets paid for it. Anyway. Let's carry on with the music. The Lights. The Lights have a track called Low Hundreds, and it was recorded at the Magic Garden Studios in Wolverhampton. Can you imagine a Magic Garden in Wolverhampton?
No.
No. I must admit, you'd have to be on the magic mushrooms to imagine a Magic Garden in Wolverhampton. I went there once. I went there actually to see Tin Machine. So I actually went twice because you had to queue up all night to get the tickets. So I slept on the streets. Anybody else would edit this, but no, I can't be bothered.
Was it worth it?
What? Oh, yeah, they were brilliant. Absolutely brilliant, Tin Machine. I love them. Absolutely great. And Robert Plant was in the audience as well. Apparently, I didn't see him, but I was told that he was spotted in the audience.
I bet he didn't have to sleep on the streets.
I was just about to say that. I'll bet he didn't either. And I can say it now because the statute of limitations has gone because it was over 20 years ago. But I went and nicked some police cones, stuck them by where I was, then put my car there and sort of like had the comforts of the car.
You're a bad boy.
I am. But if you are listening, West Midlands Police, I did put them back afterwards. See, they'd be knocking on my door tomorrow. It's normally the RSPCI after something I've said, but no, this week it's going to be the West Midlands Police. This is The Lights. As soon as I got the fade up, a track called Low Hundreds.
Together, see you down at the you down at the low, low hundreds. Take your time, we'll stay forever. Cause we spend our lives apart, trying to get together. See you down at the low, low hundreds. Take your time, we'll stay forever. Cause we spend our lives apart, trying to get together. See you down at the low, low hundreds. Take your time, we'll stay forever. Cause we spend our lives apart, trying to get together. Striving to get together. Trying to get together.
You're listening to Keith Woodhouse on What Radio. My guests are the Two Deceivers, Nick and Graham, and they actually listened to that one and they said they liked it. So we were all agreed there. That was a doo-doo. Like I don't know. What did they used to do on Jukebox Jury if it was a hit? Oh, they binged it, didn't they?
How old do you think we are?
I'm
Keith?
not much of a kid.
Pardon? How old do I think? Don't you watch YouTube? I learned all this on YouTube, mate. Didn't used to watch it live, right? But Nina and Frederick, right?
Oh, yeah.
They turned up in full evening dress. Very rock and roll, wasn't it?
That was Little Donkey, wasn't it?
It was, yes. You see, Little Donkey, a big #1 hit for Nina and Frederick, which was a ding, dong, 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 dong. Oh, look, I faded that out with the wrong fader. That was brilliant, wasn't it? That was clever. The right fader is stood up. It was terrible. But we will carry on. We won't go into what mistakes I've made. The parlour tones. I like the parlour tones. South African. In fact, I know. Well, I keep calling Dorp a South African band, but I think only one or two of them are South African, and they are one of my favourite bands. And I've seen them a few times, and they've got a great track called "Cops and Robbers," and one of my favourite all-time unsigned songs. Apart from, of course, True Deceivers songs, which are very, very popular in my house. Can't get enough of them. Can't get enough. And I do quite often listen to the True Deceivers. You don't believe me, I know, but I do.
How often?
What's the album called? What?
Lies we have told.
Lies We Have Told. That's it.
Yeah, appropriately enough.
Yes. I'll tell you what. If I went home now, in my what I like to call my office, right? My wife calls it a lounge. She's trying to be middle class. I have got literally hundreds and hundreds of CDs, and I could put my hand on that straight away now. If I rang home now, I'd say, go in that drawer, look in there, right at the back, there is.
After the S's, you got the T's. And
No. Oh, yeah, you can imagine me putting them in alphabetical order, couldn't you? A, yeah, Jasper Carrot. I wouldn't know whether to put him under C or J. But hello, Mr. Carrot. And I've always wondered, if he'd been married to Nora Jones, right, she'd be Nora Carrot. And I'd been watching it. I didn't know it was his daughter in The Office, wasn't it? The girl in The Office. Do you watch The Office with Ricky Gervais?
Yes.
Yeah?
Was that?
That Dawn,
Yes.
that's his daughter. But her name's not Carrot.
well, maybe his real name's not Carrot.
What did you
Didn't think
it
of that.
was?
Or Jasper.
Maybe
No.
not.
Well, it could have been. You had a lot of famous people. Jasper Iser Jasper. Or is it Isley Jasper Isley? They wrote Caravan of Love, that combo.
Well, he's from the Midlands as well, isn't he, Jasper Carrot? So he's probably recorded at the Magic Mushroom.
He could have.
Studios too.
It might even be his studio. We never know, do we? But wasn't that a great song, eh? The Funky Moped. Right?
A classic.
Me mum won't let me fix it in the kitchen. She makes me take it in the garden. Tremendous line. Goes down. I mean, it's up there with John Lennon's Happy Christmas, War is Over, brackets, if you want, close brackets. Me mum won't let me fix it in the kitchen. She makes me fix it in the garden. See, I can't do the accent, but you get the idea. Anyway, this is the parlour tones. I won't do a South African accent. Right.
You didn't do a Birmingham accent.
Well, yeah, you're right. I suppose I once did a Geordie accent, and someone said to me, "Well, what part of Karachi did that Geordie come from?" So I shouldn't really do accents. Anyway, this is the Parlotones and a track called Life Design. Mike Yarwood was one of my heroes. Have I pushed the right fader up? It's very quiet till it comes in.
Face demons despite of earth. Fear is our greatest curse. History's in the past and the future's unknown. What's inside can be controlled. Shout, shout, shout it from the mountain top. We'll keep pushing and we'll never stop. We'll never stop. We'll never stop. This is our story. This is our life design. This is our story. This is our life design. This is our story. This is our life design. And we drink from the cup of life. And we drink from the cup of life. We drink, yeah, we drink from the cup of life. We drink from the cup of life, from the cup of life. This is our story. This is our life design. This is our story. This is our life design. This is our story. This is our life design. Life design.
Well, that was rather a clever little bit at the end there. Life Design from the Parlotones. An excellent band. Trying to be like a proper DJ there. An excellent band. What can I tell you about the Parlotones? They're South African, and this is taken from the album Stardust Galaxies. What a great name for an album, Stardust Galaxies. I don't know, what is your favourite name for an album? I will throw that out. Answers on a postcard, please. You can send it to Graham. Where do you live, Graham? Give everybody your address. Where? Godalming.
The Little House Godalming.
Little House Godalming, you see?
It's Graham at the Little House Godalming.
Oh, yes, Graham at the Little House.
Or just Care of the Sun.
Yes.
That'll get there.
The Sun.
Care of the Sun in, that'll get there definitely.
Ah, I know that. Or do I? I get mixed up with the Anchor. Is it the Anchor? The one that's sort of raised up on the road a bit.
That's the Anchor.
Is it? Yeah. I haven't really drunk in Godalming.
You need to start.
But I do know. Well, I went over there once. I had to get a cab home, and it was 40 quid, £40 for a taxi. I said, "Well, never again, never again." No. And I was not happy because I only had £35 in my pocket, and I'd go inside and get another £5. That was after a night out in Godalming. Can you imagine the prices in Godalming? I mean, it's not cheap, you know. It's not like an ordinary working class place, Godalming. Like, it's all oldie worldy, higgledy piggledy. Yeah, and we went into Weatherspoons. Real traditional pub. And that what's it called? The Harry Webb, or was it the
Jack Phillips.
The Jack Phillips, yeah. And do you know who Jack Phillips was?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you know this, Nick, who Jack Phillips was?
I don't actually. No, do tell.
He was the radio operator on the Titanic.
And
Oh.
why does he get his own pub?
Well, because they always
Godalming.
do it after someone... He come from Godalming, see?
That
And-
explains it.
And they always do it something local, apparently, at the Weatherspoons. So there we are. But speaking of Weatherspoons, right, it's got nothing to do with them, actually. But these Facebook sites, have you seen these groups people try and get you to join? Right?
Yeah, have you not joined our one?
I don't join groups. I'm not Sister Anna with a banner. Right. I don't think I belong to a group on Facebook. I am not a number. I am a free man. And there's one, and it says, get the Wurzels to number 1 to protest about a penny on the pint of cider.
Well, sounds fair enough.
Yeah, see, there's there was another one that I got asked to join. This one just did stick out in my mind. I've never voted Conservative because I'm not an effing idiot. I mean, who thinks them up? And then I think, well, I'll just have a look, see if anyone has joined. You go there and they've got 10,000 people joined it. You know, it does make you wonder, doesn't it? I'll have one called Why Don't You Stop Talking and Put a Record On. This is Crazy Arm called Still to Keep.
I'm tired of complications. I'm tired of making do. I'm tired of celebrations. Oh, I'm leaving them to you. We're jumping over wisdom and falling on our fears. Oh Lord, I need the pressure. Oh, but who's to say?
That's Crazy Arm and a track called Still to Keep. You're listening to Keith Woodhouse with my guests, the Two Deceivers, Nick and Graham, who are sitting there poised, as you do, because they're going to be playing acoustically for us, but unfortunately not on this show. It's going to be on another one. So you'll have to find the podcast and look for it there. You could Google it. Isn't that a great word, eh? Google. No?
Fantastic.
Oh, I think it is.
Sorry, I thought that was a rhetorical question.
No, I don't rhetoric anything. I mean, that was it. No, that's a great word, Google. I mean, it's in the English language now, isn't it? Like, you could have come up with anything. You could have come up with Fatunch. Well, really, the young ones had already come up with that years and years and years ago. But you're too young to remember that, I suppose.
No.
The young
I
ones.
think we've established this.
Yes. Well, there we are, you see. That's the power of radio. You see, no one knows. You ask my listeners, and they will tell you that I am 6'3", long blonde hair, body like Thor, the Norse god of war. You see?
There used to be a webcam in this studio, but...
Yes, it is no longer here, you see.
Just having a look around to see if it was still there.
It's not here anymore, you see. So it's just me and...
Your little fantasy world.
what do you mean fantasy world? I'll be over there with my hammer. Ooh.
Sorry.
You don't upset the god of war, mate, I tell you. Whoa. Actually, do you remember the Tube? Right, the music paper, the Tube. Yes, well, I've seen clips of it on Yesterday and Blighty and things like that. You see, I don't remember it firsthand, but there was a bloke on there called Thor, and he what they actually got him to do, right? He was a big bloke with long blonde hair, and he had all the muscles and everything, and no shirt on and a loincloth, and he blew up a water bottle like a balloon, a hot water bottle, until it exploded.
And you can do that as well, can't you?
Yeah,
Well, it's a talent, isn't it?
it is. I mean, what gets me is how did he find out he could do it? You know, this always amazes me. You know, when people find these things out, how do they know? You know, you come down the pub? No, I'm going to blow up a water bottle. You going to what? I'll blow up a water bottle. A hot water bottle. Yeah. Oh, well, okay then. You sure you don't want to come down the pub? No. Got me water bottle. But you had to put safety goggles on. That's another thing, you see. Health and safety. You watch these programmes, you watch Three Men in a Boat. With Griff Rhys-Jones and the other two men. Right? And they get in the boats, and only the BBC people have got life jackets on. No one else has. You can see them sort of like signing bits of paper before they step onto it. Yes. Check. Well, these blokes just walk up and jump in, you know, all the others. But no, the BBC, good luck to them, BBC. I might need a job there one day. I think it's a great policy you've got there, Mr. Lord BBC. Who runs the BBC now? Now Terry Wogan's gone.
Chris Evans.
Chris Evans. I like him. He lived in Godalming.
He did.
Yeah.
Nearby.
Yeah. See, he was a neighbour of yours. I bet you could put a letter to him, Chris Evans, Godalming, and it would have found him. Couldn't it?
Probably in a pub the same as me, I should think.
You can't say that. You can't say that. No. He was probably drinking sensibly and responsibly, like we all do, because we don't condone that type of thing. Stunts your growth. Puts hairs on your chest. And did you like my 5 o'clock shadow? I just thought I'd do it to her tonight. Bit of 5 o'clock shadow. Look,
Is that a rhetorical question?
I'll rustle it. Yeah, because you can't see.
No, I
but it's not fair when you've got the hair growing in all the wrong places, is it? Eh? Everybody else has it on their head. I mean, you two have got 4 heads of hair, haven't you? Right, were you born with that beautiful strawberry blonde colour, or do you wax it, or whatever?
Wax it?
Yeah.
Or dye it?
I used to put wax in my hair, you know.
No, you just shine.
Drip a candle into it. Right? And that was it, you see. I remember I was at the Reading Festival once, and I thought, glow sticks, wouldn't it be cool, right, to have your hair glowing green? So yes, you can see where this one's going, can't you?
I'm not sure.
And so I broke this glow stick and tipped it in my head.
That's why you haven't got any hair anymore.
It probably as the reason why, kids, it's not big and it's not clever now. Look, and because of that, I got more hair up my nostril than I have on my head. Right? Let's play a song. Settle down now. Hey, look, Jimmy Savile, Sir Jim. Settle down now. Settle down. Jewellery, jewellery, jewellery. Can't do the accent, but it's a thought that counts. Tribute there to Jimmy Savile, the first man ever to present Top of the Pops from a church in Manchester. And if you win on the quiz on a Sunday because of that question, I want my just rewards. Send it care of Graham, the Little House, Godalming. This is Sparrow in the Workshop.
I will break you. And I will remake you. I will take my time to get you just right.
Sparrow in the Workshop, and a track called I Will Break You. You can just imagine, can't you? Oh, look at that. I had 2 minutes, 38 seconds there to cough. Waited till the mic was up, and then Bob Fleming, that's you, that is. That's you. You've been coughing over there. Brought your water in now, you're all right. But Sparrow in the Workshop, I mean, it evokes memories and visions of workshops, like, you know, blacksmiths and things like that, and engineering shops, where they would be making the old Model T, right, and Sparrow would be there working away. Jack Sparrow. It's from a book, isn't he, Jack Sparrow? Well, I'm looking to Nick for inspiration here.
Sorry, I was miles away. Isn't he from Pirates of the Caribbean or something?
Oh, yeah. Was that a book? Or was it just a film?
I think it was just a film, but don't quote me on that.
Right, so there you are. If it's wrong in the quiz, you know to blame. Said it. Care of Graham. Little House on the Prairie. Got me. Little House on the Prairie. Phew. What a show that was, eh? That Laura Ingalls used to get up my goat. Yeah. I wonder. We should Google her and see what she looks like now. I wonder what she looks like now. She could be some American beauty. I was watching Frasier the other day, and I'd never got into Frasier. I didn't watch Cheers or anything like that. And do you think we'll be able to bring him out of this coma here, Nick? I mean, it's...
Is he gone?
He's gone.
Is that what you're talking about?
No, Frasier, the programme Frasier, you know, with Kelsey Grammer.
Never watched it.
No, well, I hadn't. I didn't think it would be funny, you see. Anyway, I saw one and I thought, oh, that's funny. And then it just so happens that they started from the first series, the first one, you see. So I pressed the record button, record series, and you get about 2 a day. So I've been watching this Frasier. Anyway, this week, Rosie's mum, well, if you don't watch it, you won't know Rosie's, but that doesn't really matter, really. It's one of the characters' mums is in there, and she was this lady, and it turned out to be Eve Marie Sant, who was the girl in On the Waterfront. No? You don't know Eve Marie Sant?
No.
Oh, but I mean, don't you... Lloyd Cole and the Commotions.
Yes.
Perfect Skin, the song.
Yeah.
And the line there, she looked like Eve Marie Sant, the girl from On the Waterfront. You see? I would never have known she was on the waterfront if it wasn't for that song. But she's got perfect skin anyway. And she's looking very well, very well. Better than the pigeon. Oh, don't more pigeon. Oh, let's play a song. This one's a little bit louder than the last one. This is Hadouken. And a track called Mic Check.
For this one, if you can't see that, put your specs on. If you can't hear that, pop your eardrum. Check 1, check 2, what my check. I'm gonna lose it now for this song. If you can't see that, put your specs on. If you can't hear that, pop your eardrum. Oh, night, we're dropping this one. Oh, night, like we're in the zone. We're bringing it on. I said we're bringing it on. For the massive jumping up on the set. Check 1, check 2, what my check. For the masses, yeah, it's only respect. Check 1, check 2, what my check. DJ, this war on the deck. Check 1, check 2, what my check. And the head to the back, keep popping your neck. Check 1, check 2, what my check. I wanna take your mind and soul. I wanna take your mind and soul. I wanna take your mind and soul. Right to the core, right to the pole. I wanna take your mind and soul. I wanna take your mind and soul. I wanna take your mind and soul. Right to the core, right to the pole. I wanna take your mind and soul. Mind and soul, mind and soul. I wanna take your mind and soul. Mind and soul, mind and soul. I wanna take your mind and soul. Mind and soul, mind and soul. Mind and soul, mind and soul. For the masses jumping up on the set. Check 1, check 2, what my check. For the masses, yeah, it's only respect.
Well, I really like Hadouken, actually. I think we got a little bit of noisiness into my life, and I quite like shouty things every now and again. But Hadouken there and check, mic check. No, it's just mic check. That was the radio edit, so it's probably naughty words on the other one, so we can't say what they're going to be saying. You're listening to Keith Woodhouse. My guests are Nick and Graham from the True Deceivers. And let's see if I can remember your second names. We've got Graham Firth and Nick Bliss.
Ow.
Yeah!
I thought you weren't going to get there.
Look at that. Look at that. You see? I've been learning that all day long. I've been, yeah.
I'm very impressed.
I've been using those what do you call it, cards, you know, that you do, and you put them, you have like blobs of ink, and you see battleships and trees, and I see trees of green. I could have been Louis Armstrong, you know, Satchmo. I mean, he's great, Louis Armstrong. In fact, I was listening to a bit of Louis Armstrong this evening before I came out. I was listening to his version of Mac the Knife from the Threepenny Opera. Do you know that song?
Yeah, oh yes, great song.
It is, isn't it?
Yep.
I think the best version, though, is Bobby Darin's. Bobby Darin's. He gives it that swing version, doesn't he? Oh, ding, ding, ding. Whereas Louis is a bit more sort of like jazzed up, a bit more trumpety. Scooby-Doo. Do you know where Scooby-Doo gets his name from?
No idea, Keith.
He gets it from the song Strangers in the Night. In the middle he goes Scooby-Dooby-Doo. And they reckon that's where they got the idea of... You're looking really...
Well, no, I'm just thinking it's another quiz question, isn't it?
It is, isn't it? You see, I just give them away. I give them away, right? Jeremy Paxman would be going, no conferring. Right, and he'd be shouting at people. And I said, I'm not... I learnt that last week listening to the internet and the marvellous wisdom of that young man who looks like Thor, right? And they say, you can't look like Thor and be that clever. See, he must look like something else, you see. Oh, no, you know, really, I mean, you'll be able to tell me this, you know. What is it like to go around being able to see over people's heads? Hey?
It's fantastic.
Is it?
You can't hide very easily.
No, that's it. You see, I was going into a football ground once, and I won't say what football ground in case the law of statutes is still open on this one. And I tripped up and went under the turnstile. And as I sort of flew, I suddenly found myself on the wrong side of the turnstile. And I went to go back with my 10 shilling note to pay, and I was just pushed on by this flowing crowd. Right. And, well...
I think you were quite pleased when they got rid of terraces, weren't you, Keith?
No, I'm not, no, because I stand up. Stand on the seat now, don't I? So I can see... I love the terraces, love them, and no, I'm not happy that they're gone. Not at all, really, because you lose a lot of the atmosphere, and you lose a lot of the banter. A lot of the banter's gone. You know, you don't get it like you used to, and the spontaneous songs. Well, saying that, you still get a few spontaneous songs, but not like it used to be. Excuse me now. I'll edit that out another time. But you get the banter, especially at West Ham, you know, there used to be loads. You'd always have one bright spark who'd be in the middle of the crowd shouting things out, you know, and it would be quite amusing. And I have got a great one, but I have to tell you this one off air because I know the person is still around, and let alone slander, he'd probably kill me if I repeated this one. So I won't repeat it because he actually did come and play for West Ham after this abuse was hurled at him from someone in the second row. This was when it was all seated. And it is one that I do remember. Let's play a song and I'll be able to tell you what it is. This is a band called Stars and Suns and a track called If It's Good For Me. Well, I like that little piano bit at the end there. Dring. But unfortunately, you didn't hear it, did you? Because have I? Yeah, I pulled down the right fader. I know where I am now. But yeah, you didn't hear that because unfortunately, what happens is let's get technical here, and just to prove, that was, when I push the fader up, you can't hear it, can you?
We can't. We haven't got headphones.
And I've got the only set of headphones, and being selfish. I said, no, there is another set over here actually, but we're down to the last record anyway, so don't really matter. But I quite enjoyed that, Stars and Suns. Well, we was talking there, and we definitely won't be naming any names or even giving clues as to who these people were, because they could still be alive and want to supplement their pension by suing us. But about what teachers used to do at school. Oh. Nick was saying that this fella used to take a run up to hit you with a slipper. Yeah. Like, can you imagine it? Like,
you wouldn't cross him again, though.
No. Good job Cinderella didn't go there. You get glassed. Oh, yes. See, the wit and humour from the terraces is still alive and kicking. Yes. And that song, Alive and Kicking, is Aldershot's song. You see, when they went bust, they had to form a new club, and the club motto is Alive and Kicking, and that is the Aldershot song. See, so now you're a Sunderland supporter, aren't you? How did a boy from Godalming become a Sunderland supporter?
Because my dad was from up there, and he's a Sunderland supporter.
Oh, I
see.
see.
A lot of choice. It wasn't by choice, Keith. You can imagine.
No.
A bit like being a West Ham fan. You wouldn't be that by choice either.
I did. I chose that. That was like a calling. I saw a light, right? And I was there. It was like my near-death experience, wasn't it? There I was lying there in the ambulance, and I was fading. I was, and all I could see, right, was this tunnel, right, and it was a bright light, and I seemed to be floating down this tunnel, right? And have you ever had this experience?
Can't say as I have, Keith.
No. So I'm going down and down, and all I could see was the light at the end, and everything's white, and I'm going down. And all of a sudden I heard a voice, and it went, "You don't have balls, no jeans, you don't have balls." What? Door shut, and then again, here I was. I was back in the land of the living. Well, that was it. My near-death experience, and I was saved by a bouncer. You know the balls. No jeans. And that was it. Anyway, where were we? We've got another few songs, and then we get the next guests in, who are standing outside waiting in the green room, drinking all the drink, eating all the sandwiches. Right? I bet the cake's gone. Right? It's always gone. Yeah, messing those hostesses about that we have to employ out there. Yeah. All the damn kids. That's a good name for a band, isn't it? It is, but, it's good when you hear it once, isn't it? But I like simple names. Oasis. The Who. Hadouken. True Deceivers. Yeah. And they are still with me in the studio, honestly. I mean, they are still over there.
I'm enjoying your monologue, Keith.
It's me and Stanley Holloway, the Lion and Albert. I must learn that. I will learn it, and I will do it. The Lion and Albert. I'll tell you what, I'm comparing a gig for you, aren't I?
You are. Learning for that, yeah.
Yeah.
That's your challenge.
Instead of playing songs between the bands, I will recite The Lion and Albert.
You've got to go on stage to do that, though.
Yes. Am I not on stage?
I don't think you are.
Oh, am I not? Oh, blimey!
You can be if you want.
I thought I was on stage.
But we can have a
Is there a
microphone and
DJ
spot-
booth?
I think they're making a
spotlight,
DJ booth for you.
They're making a DJ booth.
I think so, yeah.
I thought they had a DJ booth at this venue.
I was there last night, but I actually didn't notice.
Who did you see last night?
I saw Natalie Ross,
Oh, I like Natalie.
who was very
Yes,
good.
she is.
Bemis,
Bemis.
Bemis, friends of ours from Portsmouth.
I know that name.
They're very good. Just got a new album out, and also Phil King and New Rising.
New Rising. Oh, I like New Rising. Did they play the Cahoon?
They did.
Yes. Yes, they're excellent, they are. Must get them on the show. Must get them back in. I do. Every time I get a chance to see them, I always do pop along and see them, because they set up quite easily, don't they, with that Cahoon? And, that was the first time I'd ever seen a Cahoon was with New Rising, and I actually said, "Did you make that?" I think it was an old tea chest.
So did I.
And now I finally know how to pronounce that.
Yes, I actually was talking about it, and I was live on air, and the amount of emails that came in, your donut is pronounced Cahoon. Like,
How are you pronouncing it?
I have no idea. Probably like tea chest. Something like that, But there were some of these emails was less than flattering, I tell you, less than flattering. But we won't go into that, and I didn't sue. But yes, and Natalie is I do like, and then we are going to try and arrange a date in the summer where Natalie's going to be a guest on the show. So we'll look forward to that. She's a very talented singer-songwriter.
She is.
And Bemis, I know that name, and I've got a feeling I haven't seen them for years, but I do know the name. Yes, because I think of Beamish, like the Guinness type drink. when I hear that name, so I definitely know the name. Anyway, let's have another song. This is All the Damn Kids. Well, when I say all the damn kids, not all of them really, because it'd be too many of them. I'm not Michael Jackson. I can't get them all in, can I? He had them all on stage, didn't he? And he was healing the world. But him and Jarvis, there was a room for Jarvis, was there, on that stage? Anyway, let's carry on. The books stop here. Very clever, isn't it? Very witty. Bit like your Two Deceivers, you see? The books stop here as opposed to the buck stops here, which was a sign on an American president's desk. And for 5 points, can you tell me which American president that was?
No.
No? I think it was Harry S. Truman. I may be wrong, so don't start a fight over it on the Sunday night quiz down the pub, but I think it was Harry S. Truman. Anyway, let's play the song.
Sunshine, and I know things will get clearer with time. But it's a rocky road that we must follow to the sea, where I'll be on top of the world, and I'll forget wherever we came from. Leave the city and become anyone. It's hard to song. Leave the city and become anyone. It's too hard to pull myself away from the burdens of truth and the things that I've done. But for now, we'll forget the reasons. Leave the city and become anyone. Following pathways and tracks to places where there's no need to watch our back. It's tempting to give up, and this thing seems too much, but I know we'll come top. We'll forget wherever we came from. Leave the city and become anyone. Live it easy to get tired of some. Leave the city and become anyone. It's too hard to pull myself away from the burdens of truth and the things that I've done. But for now, we'll forget the reasons. Leave the city and become anyone.
All the Damn Kids, and a track called The Books Stop Here. And you're listening to, and I have to say her because I can't remember her name. I've written it down somewhere. I can remember Kelsey Grammer, but I can't remember who I am. Kelsey Grammer.
Oh.
Do you watch Little Britain?
Oh yes.
Well,
Kelsey Grammar School.
Kelsey
Yeah.
Grammer is the
Yeah.
school, isn't it?
Yes.
In it, and there is actually a place called Little Britain, a road called Little Britain.
It is. It's down Aldersgate Street in London.
It is just
Yeah.
by the London Museum.
That's it.
Yes, you see, and Petit France, you see, which is French for Little France. What's that? Yeah. What's the French for omelette? Actually, is omelette a French word? I have no idea.
Yes, I think it's probably the answer to that one.
All right, this could cause a fight down the quiz on Sunday. All your answers have been debatable, haven't they? Eh? See, they got how many words for snow have they got? The Eskimos. They got about 40 odd words for snow, haven't they?
But all different types of snow.
Well, you would think so, yeah. One's yellow snow. That's where the Huskies have been.
So they've got a lot of different excuses for why the trains aren't running then.
Exactly. Yes, because the railroad, because of global warming, is liable just to float away. It just breaks off and floats away. Couldn't you imagine that? A piece of ice the size of New York just floating off. Frightening, really, isn't it? Yeah. I know I shouldn't get political, but right. I get a sunburnt head, right? That's down to global warming, that is. When I have my Thor put back in a ponytail, right? My head gets sunburnt. That's down to global warming. I do not want to wear a baseball cap. I do not want to be a hoodie. I am a free man. I am not a number. Patrick McGowan, the prisoner. Yes. Right. Let's play another song. What song should we play?
Whatever the next one is on the play, Keith.
Conchitas. Conchitas. Looks to be a two-piece. They are. And if you'd like to know more about them, you can find them at myspace.com/Conchitas. And this is a track called Butterflies. Bit like Wendy Craig. She was in Butterflies. And Rodney. He was in Butterflies.
He was, wasn't he? Yeah.
Yes.
And Martin Clunes.
Martin Clunes.
And Geoffrey Palmer.
Yeah. It was written by Carla Lane. Shall I play the song?
Mm.